I lost my biggest wholesale product deal. Now what's next? In business, there are a lot of positive things, and it's really easy to share those positive things. But the reality of running a business is there's more challenges than there are successes. The product that I have created the most of, that I've been creating for the last 6-8 months, the product that really kicked off this whole journey and really showed me that what was possible to do, is no longer. So what happened? Basically, my wholesale client has made a decision that the product really wasn't working out, and it was more effort than it was worth. There are so many things that go into a product that make it successful. The price point has to be right. The market has to be right. The materials have to be right. There's so many different things. It's kind of a puzzle. And so this was a really good product for us, and we made a lot of money off of it. But basically, over the holidays, we ran into some problems with returns from not my customers, but from the client's customers, and it had to do with the finish. Now, on my end, I finished them the same way the entire time, and it was really a 2-month long process of figuring out, okay, what's working, what's not working. And I took this really seriously, and I did a bunch of trials and a bunch of tests. I live in a place that has a winter, a cold time, and the only thing that was different from the fall to the winter, when we started having the problems, was I was applying finish in a different temperature setting, which we know finish can be finicky and adhering. So I went through great lengths to heating my space and trying to really create an environment where that finish could adhere to the product. So the finish is one part of it, but the other part of it is this was a product that was being used where it wasn't supposed to be used. Now, if I took something that wasn't supposed to be submerged in water and submerged it in water, obviously we're going to have problems. Now, this was all defined on my customer's website about water damage returns wouldn't be accepted. I know, because of pressures and keeping customers happy and stuff like that, it just got overwhelming. So my wholesale client, made the decision to discontinue the product. I really wish we could have figured it out sooner, but at the end of the day, we can only control what we can control. And I did everything in my power and know how to fix it. I really respect my client's decision, and if I was in the same position, I would have made the same decision. So what's next? Although this was a large part of the CNC side of my business, I've done a good job of diversifying myself into different products and different revenue streams. I talk a little bit about diversifying your business in this video right up here that you can check out. Thankfully, I've done a good job up until this point of diversifying enough to where we can plug this hole without the ship sinking. So it's important to diversify your business, but it's also important to diversify your products. Now, wholesale is great because I couldn't sell the volume that I would need through my own website or through my own Etsy. So that's where wholesale is. But it's an all or nothing thing. When that wholesale's gone, it usually leaves a bigger hole because it fills a bigger hole. Now, on my own product side, which I'm in the process of developing a couple of my own products that'll be available on my website. Although my own products don't fill such a big hole as far as revenue goes, it's important to balance both of those together and have both of them working together. So that's my goal. I'm going to continue to work that way. I'm going to continue to pursue wholesale deals while I continue to develop my own products. The main takeaway for this video is, as a small business owner, you really don't know what's going to be thrown at you, especially in this industry where there's so much volatility on marketing, on advertising funds, on YouTube, ad revenue, on product sales. So all of these things, there isn't one concrete thing to say, hey, go after that. So it's important to diversify, and it's important to through the many different revenue channels. One of them might not bring in a substantial amount of money, but all of them together is what brings stability to the business. If this is your full-time gig, I think you're setting yourself up for failure if you're relying on one revenue source or even 2 or 3 revenue sources. I have a lot of other CNC business related topics that I talk about right here in this playlist. Be sure to check that out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.